enjoying your bedtime stories so far this year. I have seen some really fun ones. Now this year, I've got something extra special for you. And I feel really lucky to be able to share this with you, because this year I've published my own book, and it's all about a little alien called Flob who gets lost, and he struggles to communicate and talk with the very familiar animals that he meets. His spaceship's broken and he's a little bit lost. So without further ado, let me show you my book. Flob by Mr. Eyton-Jones. In the beauty of space, near a bright star, on an elegant planet, upon a grand land, he was lost, all out of place. First Flob opened his big bright eyes, and then he spoke, "Fair fam I." His spaceship broken and not fit for outer space, his path back home is what he must retrace. Peering out through the lush trees, away from home, Flob wasn't at ease. Here he is. Looking around, what grand things could he see? "Fellow, I'm Flob, fam fu felt me." You wonder if you can see some animals around the jungle. A friend he did spy, Flob's bright eyes got wider as he bounced up to his good chum Tiger. "Please, Mr. Tiger, get me back to my home." But to the great Tiger, little Flob was unknown. "What's that you say? What do you speak? Sorry, I don't understand you. What do you seek?" Not knowing what was said, but it was clear to see, the poor Tiger was in pain with a thorn in the knee. "I fo fout a felp," said Flob to his friend. He knew tigers must hunt, so Flob made his pain end. "What a thoughtful creature you are, I want you to know. Although I don't understand you, your kindness does show. I wish you the best, whatever you do, and for helping me, I forever thank you." So even if he can't really understand Flob because he's got a bit of a different language, he still helps the tiger. I wonder if you can figure out what Flob's trying to say to each of the animals. Not sure what was said, but with a smile on his face, Flob moved on to find his own place. Where are we now? Where's this? Looking around, what grand things could he see? "Fellow, I'm Flob, fam fu felt me." I wonder if you can see animals in the desert here. Look, some tails of some animals here. Flob's smile got bigger when he saw his old mate, and so he bobbed forward. He could hardly wait. Miss Camel, I can't believe it's foo." But the camel stood right up as her grin grew. "What's that you say? What do you speak? Sorry, I don't understand you. What do you seek?" Not knowing what was said, but it was clear to see, the poor camel was so hot and looked thirsty. "I fo fout a felp," said Flob to his friend. He knew this place was warm, so it was her thirst Flob could mend. So here's Flob giving Miss Camel a little bit of water. "What a thoughtful creature you are, I want you to know. Although I don't understand you, your kindness does show. I wish you the best, whatever you do, and for helping me, I'll forever thank you." Have you figured out how to understand what Flob's saying yet? Can you understand Flob? Not sure what was said, but with a smile on his face, Flob moved on to find his own place. Where are we now? Where's this? Looking around, what grand things could he see? "Fellow, I'm Flob, fam fu felt me." See some animals here. I wonder who he's going to go and see. Now slowly smirking and weak at the knees, Flob slid over, for what great friends were these? Polar bear. "Fess, Mr. Bear, fellow to foo in for cub." But the bear just stood staring with a smile and a shrug. "What's that you say? What do you speak? Sorry, I don't understand you. What do you seek?" Not knowing what was said, but it was clear to see, all that snow in his nose must be set free. "I foe foul to felp," said Flob to his friend. He knew he must smell his next meal, so to his nose he did attend. Flob blowing the snow off Mr. Polar Bear's nose. "What a thoughtful creature you are, I want you to know, although I don't understand you, your kindness does show. I wish you the best, whatever you do, and for helping me, I'll forever thank you." Off he goes again, not sure what was said, but with a smile on his face, Flob moved on to find his own place. Where are they going now? Looking around, what grand things could he see? "Fellow, I'm Flob, fanfoo felt me." I wonder who this is here. Who's he going to go see? Swimming quickly, now sure it was his pal he'd just found. Flob floated up to the turtle with a wish to be homebound. "Visit foo, Mr. Turtle, fat I fee foul?" But all the turtle did was wrinkle his brow. "What's that you say? What do you speak? Sorry, I don't understand you. What do you seek?" Not knowing what was said, but it was clear to see, with a bag off his flipper, he would be carefree. "I foe foul to felp," said Flob to his friend. He knew turtles must swim fast, on it their life depends. Looks like he's going to get the bag off his foot. "What a thoughtful creature you are, I want you to know, although I don't understand you, your kindness does show. I wish you the best, whatever you do, and for helping me, I'll forever thank you." Now, head in his hands, Flob didn't know what to do, for he was lost, and the way back home he wished he knew. Poor old Flob, he thinks people or animals don't understand him. But then his big grin, bright eyes did return, so he looked down. Was his luck about to turn? Can you see anything in this picture that might help him back home? "Fat's fot of farrow, fat's my home." His bright eyes got wider and his smile was fully grown. Clicking the button and moving forward to the edge of his seat, he dreamt of his friends that he wished to meet. Look at the shape of that arrow. Looks like a house. With a zip and a zap, a bang and a flash, Flob left nothing behind, not even a splash. And there he is. He's been transported back to his home. Do you recognise any of these alien creatures? They look quite similar to the creatures that Flob's met on Earth. And there he is, back with his friends. So Flob made it home and thought of the kind animals he met, and what he had learnt he would never forget. When you think you're alone and no one understands you, always know that there are loving people who do. Be kind to others, no matter how different they are. Work together and like Flob, you'll reach the stars. Finding your place will take strength and time, but when you find yours, you'll find your reason and rhyme. He was in his place. He was found. Upon a grand land, on an elegant planet, near a bright star, in the beauty of space. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, everybody. Let me know what you think. And if you want to get it for yourself, you could even search for Flob on Amazon.com on the internet, and you can get Flob for yourself. I would love to know what you think about it. But in the meantime, very Merry Christmas